Hey angels, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about how you can dress yourself slimmer. Now the reason I wanted to talk about this is because so many women just want to look the most slim in whatever they wear, and I totally get that. So I just wanted to go through a couple of tips and tricks you can use to integrate into your closet or for a special occasion to help give a more sleek looking physique. The first tip I have for dressing yourself slimmer is to wear more fitted clothing. Now this may sound a little counterintuitive because sometimes if we're feeling more self-conscious about ourselves, the tendency would to not be wear more fitted clothing. But I'm not talking about something skin tight. I'm just talking about something that follows the lines of your body beautifully. So we're not talking about really clingy clothing. That's not necessarily what I'm after for you. I'm just talking about things that, like I said, follow the lines of your body beautifully without digging in or hugging things or areas that you don't want it to. Oftentimes with gravitating towards some of the oversized slouchy pieces that are on trend right now or that you're seeing in a lot of stores, although we may feel more covered when wearing things like that, the reality is that if you wear oversized, you will look oversized. So you want to make sure that you're opting for pieces for yourself that not only flatter your figure, but again, skim the lines of your body really beautifully to make sure that you're showcasing your silhouette in a flattering manner. The next tip I have is to use monochromatic dressing. Now, when you're wearing a tone-on-tone outfit, it has this really beautiful lengthening effect on the body because there's no color blocking to distract the eye and make it stop in certain areas on your body. So when you're wearing just one color from head to toe, whether it's in a neutral like black, white, tan, navy, whatever, or whether you're deciding to opt for it in color, having a similar tone-on-tone outfit will help make the eye travel down your body quickly, thus having a really lengthening and slimming effect. Speaking of lengthening effects, my next tip is to wear long layers. Now, when you're wearing something like a duster jacket, let's say for example, or maybe even a longer line blazer, the line that's created at the front of your body with some of those pieces, such as a duster jacket, for example, is this really beautiful column-like silhouette that again helps the eye travel downward and also creates that really beautiful lengthening and elongating effect on your body, thus looking a little bit more slimming as a result. But it's this really beautiful, elegant vibe I think that most layers can create for ourselves. So when you opt for something that's a little bit longer, I think it just looks absolutely gorgeous. Don't worry, even if you are petite, you can pull off this layering trick. Just make sure it doesn't go past your knee. And if you are someone that doesn't overly like a lot of long layered pieces, just make sure it comes down to your leg break, which is where your legs sort of bend when you go to squat, and you'll be fine. Next tip I have to dressing slimmer is to actually make use of necklaces. Now, normally, you guys hear me talk about bold necklaces and how much fun I think they are, but if you're someone that's trying to create more of that long lean effect on your body, using long necklaces is such an advantage because it will help pull the eye downward again and also help it move through your body really beautifully and again create that lengthening effect. Now, the trick to long necklaces is you want to make sure they all fall past your bust. Now, I say this for two reasons. Number one, because when you're walking around, you don't want the pendant or the necklace in general to be knocking against your bust while you're walking, because it'll be distracting and it'll probably drive you crazy throughout the day, so you won't want to wear it anymore. But you also want it to be just past your bust because if you have any kind of definition closer to the small of your waist, so usually just above your belly button, that's normally an area you want to highlight anyway. So if you're gonna have a detail stop on your body, ideally it should be around that area. And if you're a body type that doesn't have that definition around there, it's not a problem. That's why you want the necklace to be as long as possible to help mimic your beautiful shape and keep the eye traveling when it's looking at you. So if you're someone that's into accessories, awesome. But even if you're not, even just getting a simple basic chain to layer or to just wear solo when you're wearing an outfit will do the trick. Another great trick, can't talk today, trick, sorry, to dressing slimmer is to wear pointed shoes. Now, I know a lot of people have problems with pointed shoes because they're not the most comfortable on the feet or they just cannot be the healthiest sometimes overall. However, having a pointed toe shoe regardless not only looks a little bit polished, but because it's got that point at the end of the shoe, it also has that that slight elongation on the end of your foot. So it also looks very slimming and sleek on your footwear. So whether you want to opt for that in a flat or a loafer or a heel is entirely up to you. Obviously, if you're going to wear a heel, it'll have a little bit more of a lengthening effect because you've elevated your body at the same time, but it doesn't mean you need to walk yourself around on stilts. Even something like a kitten heel will do the trick. But pointed toe shoes always look so beautiful. And I'm not talking about like the witch toe type of pointed shoe, right? You could even do something that's closer to an almond toe or just a little bit sharper than that, but you don't have to go like, you guys know the shoes I'm talking about. We don't want those. And on that pointed toe note, if you get a shoe that is more of your skin tone color and you're wearing it, it can also have a really beautiful, slightly elongating effect on the leg as well. And again, like I briefly touched on, heels will also help elevate your body, thus creating more of a slimming effect. So it's up to you how high you want that heel to be. Obviously, wear something that is most comfortable to you. But again, a little bit higher the heel, the more slimming it's going to be. So again, the choice is entirely yours, but heels always look really beautiful. Another tip that can have a really beautiful slimming effect is paneling on clothing. So let's say you're looking for a dress for a special occasion. Sometimes you will find dresses that have sort of fun details around this side of the dress. So it almost creates this faux paneling, if you will, or the illusion of, and thus creates the shaping of the body more on the inside of the dress. So it creates this slimmer physique. So whether it's in like a bold stripe patterning or a floral patterning or whatever, there's lots of ways that designers have come up with them nowadays. That type of style in a dress or a trouser or a shirt will instantly have more of a slimming effect. And then the last tip of mine for dressing yourself slimmer is to actually opt for minimal details. So when you're wearing something busy like my jacket, for example, or a lot of color and a lot of accessories and a lot of everything, right? There's more for the eye to focus on and have to absorb when someone's looking at you or when you're looking at yourself. So when you opt for things that are a little bit more classic, when you're getting solids and especially doing it in that monochromatic style dressing, there's less for the eye to have to absorb in terms of details. And as a result, the eye can just travel down your body a lot faster. And again, it creates that heightening and slimming effect when somebody's looking at you. Anyway, angels, that is it for my tips. I hope you enjoyed them. If you did, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and hit that little red subscribe button down below before you leave. And I would love to have you guys come and join me on Instagram, as that is where I tend to be very active. And if you would like to become a personal stylist yourself, I have an online course on how to become a personal stylist that launches April 9th. Registration closes on March 31st. So if you're wanting to join me, I will leave the link for that down below. And other than that, guys, I love you to the moon and back, and I will see you again in a couple days. Mwah. See ya.